Hi guys, my name is Bethany and this is a Faye in the Life. Today I'm going to be telling you about our first experience with HelloFresh. We've heard a lot about HelloFresh online and through friends, but we've never given it a try for ourselves. I always love looking for and trying new recipes, so I was really excited to have everything pre-portioned and picked out and sent right to our door. Anything that saves this mom a trip to the grocery store is a win in my book. Since we are on Weight Watchers, we did try to pick meals a little more on the healthy side. The one thing I really loved about the HelloFresh app and ordering our meals was that it gives you all of the ingredients ahead of time so you can see what exactly is in it. That way, I was able to put the recipes into the WW app recipe builder and figure out what our individual points would be per serving. I'm going to show you what we got in our first box and then a quick cook through of all of the recipes. I'll give you our rating of each meal at the very end of the video. So stay tuned and let's get cooking. We're opening our very first HelloFresh box. It was just delivered today. So here goes. Let's see what's inside. We have this little book, just a little informational pamphlet. Here are the recipes we chose. We picked Baja Barramundi, chicken sausage spaghetti bolognese, and creamy dill chicken. Each recipe gives you a picture of what it looks like, lists the different ingredients they give you, and then directions are on the back. Let's get to the good stuff. Everything comes packaged in here and insulated. Each meal clearly marked. And it's all in this little baggie. They give you a cute little reminder. There's other stuff underneath the ice packs. Some chicken. The barramundi. And the chicken sausage. Okay, so tonight we are going to make our first HelloFresh meal. We chose the chicken sausage spaghetti bolognese. Here's everything that came in our ingredients bag. Spaghetti, crushed tomatoes, zucchini, Parmesan cheese, sour cream, chicken stock concentrate, Italian seasoning, and sweet Italian chicken sausage. We have a large pot of salted water coming to a boil on the stove. I already washed and dried the zucchini, and now I'm going to cut them into half moons. Now that the water is boiling, we're going to add our spaghetti. I sprayed down a baking sheet with nonstick spray and added the zucchini, half the Italian seasoning, salt, and pepper. Mix those up, and we're going to broil those until they're browned and softened. In another pan on medium-high heat, I've sprayed cooking spray. I added in the chicken sausage and broke it up. We're going to cook that until browned and go ahead and add in the rest of the Italian seasoning. The pasta was done, so I went ahead and drained that and made sure to save half a cup of pasta water in case we need it to thin out the sauce. I added the crushed tomatoes and chicken stock concentrate into the pan with the chicken sausage. The recipe did call for sugar, but I don't like to do that in my spaghetti sauce. Added some salt and pepper as well and simmered that and cooked until reduced. The zucchini was done, so I went ahead and took that out and added it to the pasta sauce. We put the spaghetti back into the spaghetti pot and then added in the sauce and mixed that around. We did add 1 tablespoon of Country Crock Light in lieu of butter, and we left out the sour cream since we didn't want the extra points. I didn't need the extra pasta water that we saved. Added some salt and pepper, and then divided out the pasta between our bowls and added some Parmesan cheese. This recipe does make 4 servings, however we divided it into 6 servings to lower the points. Today we're making our second HelloFresh meal. We're making Baja Barramundi. Here's what came in our ingredient bag. Fresh cilantro, grape tomatoes, scallions, jasmine rice, a lime, cumin and turmeric, and a chili pepper, mushroom stock concentrate and sour cream, and our barramundi. I washed and dried the produce and then halved the tomatoes, thinly sliced the scallions, making sure to separate the whites from the greens, minced the cilantro, and zested and quartered the lime. You're also supposed to mince the chili, however, our chili was actually bad, so we didn't use it. Also, some of our tomatoes and part of the cilantro was also bad. Luckily, we just let HelloFresh know, and they did give us a refund. Brandon doesn't really like tomatoes, so it kind of worked out for us. However, it was a little disappointing to have bad produce delivered. Once the produce was all cut up, I took a small pot over medium-high heat and added in our margarine instead of butter. I added in half of the scallion whites and half a teaspoon of the turmeric. I cooked that until fragrant and then stirred in the rice and chicken stock that I had on hand since I didn't want to use the mushroom stock concentrate. Brought that to a boil and then covered and reduced to a simmer until the rice is done. While the rice is cooking, I combine the tomatoes, cilantro, half of the lime juice, and the rest of the scallion whites. Added some salt and pepper and mixed that together. For the barramundi seasoning, I combined the cumin and half a teaspoon of the turmeric. I took the barramundi out of the pouches and went ahead and patted those dry with paper towels. I seasoned all over with salt and pepper and then seasoned the flesh side with the spice mixture that we just made. I had a large pan heating with some nonstick spray and went ahead and added the barramundi with the skin side down. The trick here is that you cook it until crispy and leave it alone, and it'll naturally come off of the pan and not stick. I didn't count the points for the crema, however I did want to try it, so I took one of the pouches of sour cream, some lime juice, and about half of the lime zest, mixed that together with some salt and pepper. By this point, the skin of the fish had crisped up so that I could turn those over. Our rice was also done at this point. Went ahead and took it off the heat and added in the margarine and scallion greens. Added some salt and pepper as well. Once the fish was cooked through, I went ahead and took that out of the pan and served it with the rice, the crema, and the tomato salsa fresca. Tonight we're having our third HelloFresh meal. We're gonna have creamy dill chicken. Here's what came in our ingredient bag. Broccoli, fresh dill, sour cream and Dijon mustard, chicken stock concentrate, potatoes. We also got chicken cutlets. I washed and dried the produce and preheated our oven to 450 degrees. I diced the potatoes into half-inch pieces and cut the broccoli into bite-sized pieces. I also chopped up the dill. I covered a baking sheet in tin foil and sprayed it with nonstick spray, then added the potatoes, sprayed them with nonstick spray, and added salt and pepper. I put these in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes until lightly browned. In a pan on medium-high heat, I went ahead and added some nonstick cooking spray. I had already pat the chicken dry with paper towels and seasoned them with salt and pepper. We'll cook those until browned and cooked through. In another baking sheet, I covered with tin foil and also sprayed with nonstick spray. Added the broccoli, sprayed that with nonstick spray, and then added some salt and pepper. Put that in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes. Our chicken was nice and brown on one side, so I went ahead and flipped that over now. Once the chicken was done, I removed that from the pan and set aside on a cutting board to rest. In the same pan we used for the chicken, I added in the chicken stock concentrate along with some water and the chopped dill. We chose not to use the mustard since my husband doesn't care for it. I mixed that well and made sure to simmer it on low until it thickened up. Then I added the 2 tablespoons of margarine. You would use the sour cream here as well, however we chose not to. Add some seasonings of salt and pepper and scrape up any brown bits on the bottom of the pan. Once everything is melted and well incorporated, the sauce is done. I went ahead and sliced the chicken crosswise and then served it along with the roasted broccoli and roasted potatoes. By far our favorite recipe was the chicken sausage spaghetti bolognese. This dish definitely had the most flavor and was even a little on the spicy side with the sausage. We did feel that the zucchini was a little bit pointless in that it didn't add much value to the meal. I would have liked it if there had been more zucchini, or just leave it out altogether or serve it on the side. The Baja Barramundi was really fun to try. We've seen barramundi at Costco, but of course we don't want to try a new fish in bulk if we're not sure that we're going to like it. In this case, it does have the skin on, and I've never cooked a fish that has skin on it before. So it did end up feeling a little bit greasy, or maybe as if I didn't cook the skin long enough to get all of the fat to render out. The rice that it was served with was really tasty, and I am not a rice fan. I did feel that this dish was missing a vegetable component. I would have really liked to have maybe some zucchini or broccoli on the side, which is what I ended up doing. I roasted some broccoli, onions, and peppers like I normally do for dinner and just served that with it. My husband doesn't like tomatoes or sour cream, so he didn't try the crema or the tomato salsa. However, I like all of those, and it was really tasty. Overall, we would like to try barramundi again, and I believe in 2 weeks we have barramundi coming again from HelloFresh, so we'll give it another try then. The third dish we did was the creamy dill chicken. The chicken cooked up really nicely. However, the potatoes and broccoli were kind of on the bland side. I made the glaze on the side for myself to try since my husband doesn't like sour cream or mustard. And while the sauce was pretty tasty, I don't think that it was enough to salvage this dish and really bring it to that next level. Overall, it was a pretty boring dish, just very basic run-of-the-mill ingredients and preparation. I would expect something a little more exciting from a meal delivery service, so on this recipe, HelloFresh did fall a little bit flat. Overall, I'd say that our first box was a success. We really enjoyed the spaghetti bolognese, even though it was unexpectedly spicy. We're willing to give the barramundi another try in a couple weeks, but I'll probably shy away from picking a more generic chicken dish in the future. It was really fun and simple to get everything delivered right to our door. I liked that you could pick your meals out ahead of time, and like I said before, they list all the ingredients so I could build the recipes in the WW app so we can figure out our points ahead of time. It really made meal planning a little bit easier this week. Preparing the meals was pretty simple as well. The directions were super easy to follow. Even a home cook with very basic knowledge and skill would be able to pull these recipes off, and they end up looking great. If you're interested in trying HelloFresh for yourself, I do have a link down below that will get you some money off if you do decide to order some boxes. Comment down below if you used HelloFresh for yourself and let me know what your experience was. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out a few more of these videos as we get additional boxes over the next couple of weeks. Thanks for stopping by today, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!